I respect everybody until they earn my disrespect. I'm wondering if anybody else is noticing besides me that ever since Schill O'Reilly did his plausible deniability show, I believe it was last week or the week before, but that was basically the main theme of his program, was that old bunghole has plausible deniability, that Eric Holder has plausible deniability, scumbags in government that supposedly don't know what's going on in their own departments, or bunghole doesn't know anything that's going on in any department. So he was trying to explain that supposedly bunghole has plausible deniability. Well, I'm going to call that horse shit. It's just a big crock of shit. All we hear now from O'Reilly, Mr. Schill O'Reilly, is he seems to be focusing on, we just deal with the facts here. We just deal with the facts. Well, Schill O'Reilly, I got a few facts for you, you son of a bitch. You see, I take it personally when you call me a weirdo, a wacko, a whack job, because I know that old bunghole is a complete, utter, total fraud. And that's a fact. Now, I seem to know a lot more than Schill O'Reilly. It's either I know more, or he knows, and he's lying through his shill-ass teeth. I believe that is the fact. I believe that Schill O'Reilly knows that old bunghole is a complete fraud, and Schill O'Reilly is helping to hide that. There are many, many ways that old bunghole could clear all of this up. It could be cleared up quite quickly. Very quickly. Release the birth certificate. That piece of paper you waved in the air, that's been proven to be a fake, a fraud, a compilation that came off of a computer. It's not real. It did not come from the Department of Health and Human Services in Hawaii. That's how they, if you remember, they didn't answer that question when they were asked, when they were posed that question. They didn't answer that question, whether that piece of paper was a copy from their files. They didn't answer that question. But anyway, there are many ways that this filthy, puke, piece of shit, illegal alien Muslim fraud could prove me wrong. Many ways. There's a handful of ways here. Now, if you were to, as I just said, release the long-form birth certificate, that would be it. If he was to release the marriage license between his mother and father, that would shut everybody up. If he was to produce the forms or the authorization that he got when he changed his name from Barry Soetoro to Barack Hussein Obama. Very simple. There's a lot more. How about if he was just to release his adoption records? How about when him and his mommy repatriated from Indonesia? There was a passport that was involved. That passport has been hidden. Why? Yeah, because it would prove old bunghole is a British subject, and always has been. He could show his supposed baptism records. I'm pretty sure the Indonesian little pukes like him don't get baptized. They're Islamic. They're scum. They don't get baptized. How about the Hawaii elementary school records? Any one of these things I've just read off could clear it up. But he hides each and every one of these things that I've mentioned. Wait, there's more. How about the school financial records? Can't have that. How about Occidental College records? Can't have those. Harvard Law records? Can't have those. Columbia Senior Thesis. How many things have I named off here, people? Now, old bunghole has his past sewed up tighter than a frog's ass. And that's waterproof. Why? What is he hiding exactly? Because he is hiding. Any one of these things could clear this up. Columbia College records, Illinois State Bar applications, records. How about his state senator files? No. How about his client list when he had a law office? Then there's the medical, all of his medical records, and his passport, as I mentioned before, when him and Mommy came back from Indonesia. It showed that he was an Indonesian citizen. It showed that he was a British subject. So all of these things, just one of them could clear this up. What I'd like to see, because old bunghole is so on the up and up, all of these people, Orly Tates, Sheriff Arpaio's investigator, Mike Zullo, we have Albert Hendershot, and I can't remember the fourth guy's name, but there's 4 cases that are still active in court right now about old bunghole being a complete, total, utter fraud that he is. If all of these people are basically committing slander, they're saying that a sitting United States president is not who he says he is. They're saying that a sitting United States president has misused a Social Security number that doesn't belong to him. These are federal offenses. You go to jail for these offenses. But Obama just seems to be happy to let these people just slander him. I'm not going to get sidetracked with these little sideshows. Really? You know, I'm pretty sure that any other president would have cleared this up by now, because you see, if you have even a small percentage of the population who thinks you are an absolute complete fraud, that is detrimental to America. That small percentage of Americans aren't the only ones. There are people worldwide that are laughing, pointing and laughing at America, because we can't figure out the complete, total, utter fraud in our White House, but the rest of the world can. The rest of the world can recognize that our supposed Christian president has brought down a world of hurt on any military personnel who exudes their Christian faith. If you try to preach to the man next to you, you could be court-martialed. Now, wrap a sheet around your head and start talking Allah. Hey, what the hell? You're good. Don't say anything about the homo dancing around in the barracks in his tutu, because you'll be brought up on charges. Not the frickin' homo. And it would be the homo who would be disturbing the forces, not the other way around. You see, I'm a little sick and tired of homos bullying their way into our lives. And that's exactly what it is. Because if you don't fully 100% agree that putting your dick in another man's ass is acceptable by God, then you're the bully. Wrong! I'm not the bully. I'm the guy who believes what I read in the Bible. My God says that is an aberration. He says you shouldn't be sticking your dick in where another man shits. End of story. But old bunghole, he's got to start attending every gay parade, every little homo party, and even when some mediocre black skitball player comes out of the closet to say, I'm gay, old bunghole's got to get on the phone and call him right away. Isn't that cute? But he doesn't dare call Tim Tebow and say, hey, really admire your faith, your conviction in your faith, and, you know, you're going to help the Christian faith. No. You see, old bunghole likes it. You see, old bunghole is a bisexual. But he won't tell you that. No. He's not going to tell you that. No. He'd rather brag about how he likes to stuff cocaine in his nose. But he won't tell you about the dick in his throat. We need to start looking into this man. Man. He is no such thing. A man takes pride in who he is. A man takes pride in what he's gone through to get where he is. Obongo has done nothing, accomplished nothing, and was handed all of this shit on a silver platter. By whom? And why? He has zero accomplishments. He's done nothing good for this country. Nothing. Not a thing. Not one. Need to start looking into this complete, utter, total fraud. The world is laughing at us. And I'm sick and tired of Schill O'Reilly telling me that I'm a whack job because I know the truth. Schill O'Reilly better open his eyes and shut his ignorant mouth. Puke. Love how he's sticking his head up old bunghole's ass now. Did you get warned, Billy boy? Did you get scared off? Did one of the minions show up in the middle of the night at your house? You're a chicken shit. Schill O'Reilly. Take a powder, boy. Let a man step up to the plate, 'cause you ain't doing the job. You're supposed to be looking out for us? You ain't looking out for anybody but Schill O'Reilly. Why don't you look into Justice Roberts, who took a couple of kids out of your country illegally? He usurped anti-child trafficking laws to adopt those 2 Irish children, Schill O'Reilly. Now why don't you get to the bottom of the truth? Isn't that what you're up for? Mr. Truth? Mr. Looking Out for Me? Why don't you look out for those 2 Irish children and find out exactly how Justice Roberts usurped the system and broke international child trafficking laws? I doubt we'll ever hear from you, Schill O'Reilly. I love my country. I love my fellow Americans, and I'm tired of seeing her attacked constantly. Good luck, America. God bless us all.